All right. Hello, group. Uh, I have now pushed into the master the changes. So we're going to go through like I'm a brand new. So reforked, we have our um, okay. So we have our repo. I have it updated. So you can see in here I added server configuration to enable SA authentication. So it'll start this post deployment script, which essentially enables a login so everyone can use this server. So once you have this all packaged up, we're going to pretend like we just we just essentially put this project into a folder and we want to start working on it. Okay, so as you can see, I have no data connections and I have no project open. So we're going to open up the project. Do, 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 do. And wait for that to open. Okay, so make sure, yep, that's it. And it is that right there. Oh, we're gonna load that in. All right, so we got that. And my TV package, what is this? Don't think this is the correct one. I think this is my personal SQL connection that opens up with this one. Probably won't connect. We'll see. Is this? No, this isn't the correct one. Boop. All right, so we have our project open. Now let's open up our database project, which is inside here. We'll load that, and we can see our SQL statements, everything, and we're now just going to publish this. So essentially, make sure it's running background-ish. All right, target database connection. Hit the edit button. So it is LocalDB, and it is in projects V13. Now, when I did this, remember in that post script I created, I'll go ahead and show you. I enabled the SA authentication. So SA user 123. So we're essentially connecting to our project. So I don't really have to open this up as long as it knows it's connecting to this project. I'm just going to go ahead and publish this just to make sure the database script runs and everything's successful. Good way to check, make sure your SQL scripts are running correctly. So publish completed successfully. So now let's go to our actual project. That was just a side thing. You don't actually have to do that. You could just do it directly from here. So remember, I don't need this, delete it. I'm going to create or add a connection, which was that SQL server. Now remember, our project for Visual Studio, when you create a database, it's LocalDB, not just local. and then we call that projects B13. And then we call the database name MyTV project data. Now we're going to test connection. Now it's successful. That's because I also added Windows authentication. But to verify the account I created works, user 123 connect. Now this is the one I actually want to connect with because this is the super admin, essentially the root. And now I have my local database up and running. So let's just do a query and see if any of the data came back from it. So select all from users. And you can see now I have a fresh database. So when you run the project, I have it currently set to not have to essentially restart with nothing in it, no users. Now, what I'm going to be doing to enhance this for everyone is in the actual database project where we're using the database, I'll start creating more postscripts with dummy data for networks, packages, services, and shows for everyone to be able to use. Okay? And that should do it. So there you go. That is your blank database you can start using and you can try out the application. So let's just go ahead and start it up, make sure it's running with a local database now. I like how it's home. All right, so now this is the new layout. I'll take you to home, shows, services, reports, modify users. Uh, and we'll work on all that other stuff. But so now we have the register and login implemented, which is great. So we actually, I could test that later, but it works. ModG showed me or showed us all yesterday that it works. So everyone, you now have the tools and the know-how to get this done. If you have any remaining questions, make sure you ask before the end of this weekend because I'll be out next week. And this should be up and running. Now I just need to do some more tweaks to the UI, add in some tables, selectors, and then next week we'll go ahead and assign controllers to everyone, and you'll be responsible for your controller from that point on. That's how I think we should do it. But ultimately it'll be, you know, decided as a group. So there you go. That's how you do it. And just hit me up on Slack if you guys have any more questions. Peace.